Whimsy, and I'm taller today.
Yeah, I'm being lazy. No engaged core here.
And it's a vlog!
It's a vlog!
We got stuff we haven't told you yet.
It's been almost a month.
Yeah, it's weird. So we're obviously still quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
We have effectively stayed without seeing anybody for that entire time now. So
For about 2 months?
Yeah, about 2 months of perfect quarantine. So good on us. High five, Cake.
Wow.
I mean us, but you know. So while we're doing that, Jess and I have been practicing our drawing, and Jess mentioned to you last time that she was trying to put out a book.
I did.
Tell us about it.
I did put out a book. About Jarl, a little gnome from Norway who decides he wants to go experience other food. And he goes to the US to explore the food there.
The giant food in the US of A.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the biggest portions of anywhere in the world.
If you'd like to see more about Jarl, link to the book is in the description.
We think it's important that you get a review first, though. So let me just say, I've read this. It's pretty delightful. I think you're going to enjoy it. I laughed.
Let me also add that we have had some reviews come in from some kids and adults who also found it delightful, apparently. And one kid who has requested it 9 times in 2 days.
That's pretty impressive.
That's
so,
like the highest praise.
I mean, take that for what you will, but Gnomadic Feasting with a G.
Go follow Jarl.
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters. Dan.
Busy Toastmaster time.
Dan has had some major accomplishments.
I guess I have, yeah. So, we joined Toastmasters about a year or so ago, maybe a year and a half, a little bit. But in the last year at Toastmasters, I have become president of our club.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the entire pathway of presentation mastery, which is hugely complicated, but that was cool. I just did that last week. And won 2 trophies for speaking at the international contest. So that was pretty cool. It sounds a lot bigger than it is. Like, I can beat out people from all around the world for this. I didn't get that far, but yes.
And he did all of this as well as setting up meetings and the meeting structure for having to do it from home because of COVID.
That's true. That's true. And not only that, but carrying over into next year, we just had elections at our club. And somebody in this room and video with me is the new president of our Toastmasters Club.
Wait, I thought you weren't supposed to do it 2 years in a row.
You're not.
Me?
It's you.
It's me!
Jess agreed to run for president of the club and won handily. I'll be helping her out as her VP of Education. However, she managed also the amazing feat of getting a full slate of officers, which if you've ever tried to get officers for an organization that's a volunteer organization, is practically impossible. I certainly didn't have it.
7 different offices for for Toastmasters Club.
I filled 4 of those myself when I was doing it, and then later on we grabbed 1 more. But yeah, that was crazy. So well done, Jess.
What?
The reign of terror from the McLean end of things is about to begin.
I still can't believe they elected me president while I was dressed as an evil queen because of the speech I had been giving.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I feel like they have it coming.
I mean...
They were warned.
They were warned. You are that charismatic.
Also, should be noted that the club won an award because of this guy. What? With all of his leadership and goals and crazy driving us and cracking the whip.
We were able to collect the President's Select Distinguished Award for accomplishing goals. And that's the highest award you can get as a club. So that was pretty cool. We've never won that as a club before. That was my goal going forward, and we did it. Yay! On to gardening.
Oh, gardening.
You trounce us so.
I try so hard every year. I sprout my little seeds. I tend to them.
She talks to them. She blesses them, gives them so much of her time and energy. And every year...
It ends in tears.
Every year this girl approaches with such optimism, which is not something she has naturally. She struggles with this. But every year she's like, this is it. This is the year. She watches videos. She does research. She figures it all out. And then it ends in tears.
It does.
Every year. This year, we barely got to outside before it ended in tears. I think we had 3 frosts after we planted.
We had like snow in May.
It was.
What is that?
How do you
We already have a short growing season.
It was awful, awful, awful. We had hail. We had hail beating our tiny little seedlings into the ground.
More than once we had hail.
And you'll remember this year we actually raised the beds up so that we could not have to deal with bad soil or things, doing horrible. Mother Nature.
They
Mother
just
Nature
froze
was
to
like,
death.
no.
My poor little seedlings. But that's okay because we still have garlic.
Yeah, our garlic loved it. They're like, oh wow, I thought it was going to be uncomfortable around here. I love this cold. I'm going to grow to the sky.
And we got some fruit trees, but we'll introduce you to those later.
Yeah.
Not later today. We're going to go outside when it's not gross out and give you a little tour.
I think the important thing to note now is that despite all the work Jess put in, we still did everything wrong. So,
We did.
Maybe tomorrow we'll give you a good laugh at what we actually did wrong, and all of you professional gardeners can just be a gop.
A gop?
A gop instead of a gop.
A gop! And then today also, before it got nasty and rainy outside, Dan accomplished a heroic feat.
That's true.
A feat of strength.
I had to cut down our old slide. We're getting rid of our pool, converting it into, for some reason, a gardening area. This girl never ends with her optimism. So we're gonna get that all filled in. But I
want to grow my own veggies. I want to eat my own babies. I want to grow babies and then eat them.
You are an evil stepmother, yes. So there was a giant water slide that was into the concrete, and I needed to get rid of that. So I cut that thing down with a reciprocating saw, which meant I had to do battle with hornets and wasps. And I won.
Even though we've got hail and snow and frost, the wasps are still surviving. I don't know.
Yeah, they just love this shit, I guess. But I prevailed, and the water slide is now sitting at the bottom of our pool waiting for our clean fill to come in over the top and just cover it all up and be nice fertilizer. So plastics makes good fertilizer, right?
No, but we do have a ton of bunnies, so they make good fertilizer. Comes right out their little bunny tail.
You know, I was trying to figure out how do we trap bunnies in well, not trap them, but how do we keep them in an area long enough that they'll poop in that area? Like, do we have to give them offerings of lettuce and stuff, and they'll take long enough to eat that they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna
just catch them and put little bunny diapers on them.
I'm gonna defecate here, and that way they'll give their fertilizer in the place that we want them to.
We also met Arthur Fuzzarelli.
I forgot they didn't meet him yet.
Bunny that looks like a freaking cartoon. He's got like greaser pompadour right between the ears, and it's perfect, and I've never seen a bunny that had that perfectly coiffed hair.
He is a caricature of all things Arthur Fonzarelli, which, look it up if you're not, of the right generation for that. But yeah, he is just ready to hit a jukebox and make it play.
One of these days he's gonna hop out, see us, and be like, hey! And we won't be surprised.
And several days after that, I haven't seen him yet, but you found a bunny that has a toupee, essentially.
He's like a middle-aged middle manager with a bad toupee.
Yeah.
It's not even a good toupee, it's a bad one.
Just sitting in the wrong, cocked off to the side.
Haven't named him yet. We'll come up with something.
Sharpay, Toupee, I don't know. There'll be a pay name. Pele.
It's Toopy. Hey, Toopy.
Stoopy Toopy.
Aw.
Now,
Let's frost the cake.